Hello and welcome to episode 15 of the Texas Rangers franchise here in MLB 23 The Show. We got just the month of September left to go. We're sitting at 93 and 44. And it's time to move up some guys to the Major League roster for the September call-ups. I thought about moving up Evan Carter, but we just don't have a spot for him right now. So we went Taylor Hearn, and we also went Bubba Thompson. Bubba Thompson, just good defense and good speed on the bench. This will be the last regular season episode for this season as we try to break 100 wins as Ezekiel Duran tries to take his hitting streak to 14 games against the best ERA in baseball in the Seattle Mariners. That's kind of surprising. But we are up 7-2 here in the 7th inning. Duran hitting .293 with 23 bombs. A very successful season so far for Ezekiel Duran as he faces Chris Flexen. He fouls off a cutter there. The only bad thing about Duran, he's a decent fielder and then really good hitting, but his clutch is so low. But he's looking to score the runner from second as he swings at a cutter outside the zone. Quickly down 0-2. Flexen comes set and the pitch is another foul ball, 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Would have been a strike. So we'll dial up the 0-2 once again. And Flexen deals, and it's another foul ball. So we'll try the 0-2 for a third time. As Duran's 0 for 1. I think he got walked or hit by a pitch. I can't remember what it said. But this one's going to be another foul ball, a changeup that was really low. As you see, Yordan Alvarez has 49 home runs. I don't think we have anyone with that kind of power numbers. Oh, it's projected top 10. Okay, so he doesn't have 49 yet. So it's a ball outside. Tatis with a projected 38-28 season. That's really impressive. The 1-2 from Flexen is swung on and missed. Strike 3. So hopefully Duran gets another at-bat. But for now, his hitting streak is in jeopardy as we are in the bottom half of the 7th. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Playing a little left field here with Duran. Jack Leiter on the hill. That's going to be a nice, easy fly ball for Duran. And he's under it and makes the catch to end the 7th. Duran will get another at-bat here in the top of the 9th against Flexen again. Rangers extend their lead 8-2 now as he takes inside, ball 1. Look at his contact, 83 contact against righties. Very impressive numbers. I think he's only 24, so I'm excited for him to be a mainstay in this franchise mode. But a pretty friendly hitter's count at 2-0. And that ball's going to be ripped into the gap. Ezekiel Duran's hitting streak continues. 14 games for the young left fielder as he's on in the top of the 9th with a double. Just a nice piece of hitting here from Duran to extend the hitting streak. The Rangers would go on to win by a score of 8-2 over the Mariners. As we will continue to simulate here in September, trying to finish the regular season with at least 100 wins. We will hop into this game against Seattle in the 10th inning with the bases loaded, nobody out. The infield is in to try to get the force out at home. We bring in Jose Leclerc. Julio Rodriguez having a rough year with runners on scoring position. As that ball is going to be fouled, so a quick 0-2 count. A strikeout would definitely be beneficial here. And he's going to look at the slider. A great take from Julio. Julio, one of the young up-and-coming outfielders in the MLB. Another fantastic take. And the 2-2 is going to be ripped into the gap. Tavares trying to get behind it to get a good throw. He can't make the catch, and the Mariners are going to walk off the Rangers. We had to walk the bases loaded after another man reached, and we just couldn't work out of the jam, unfortunately. As we were simulating this next week, Ezekiel Duran is out for the next 2 to 3 months. Out for the rest of the season, I believe. And so we are going to actually get to call up Evan Carter. A little silver lining. We're going to miss Duran in the lineup for sure. Especially when the playoffs come and we're going to have a guy that just got called up from AAA in that spot. But we're going to have to see how it pans out. We will be player locking Evan Carter's Major League debut. He'll be playing left field for the rest of the regular season. And I assume he'll be in the playoff roster. We'll see how he plays. As long as he plays a good defense. As we said, at 96-47, taking on the 92-51 Dodgers. There is manager David Ross and Josh Smith behind him. But yeah, I'm excited to see how Evan Carter does. I really want Evan Carter to be on the Major League team next year. But I just don't know where he's going to play because Tavares has been awesome this year. And that's who I thought was going to get replaced. But here's his first at-bat in the major leagues, I believe. I don't think he got called up last year. Facing one of the Dodgers' top prospects in Bobby Miller. I believe he's been up all year. But that's going to be a line drive into right field. 1 run scores. They're going to wave around another one. Try to score from third. I don't know if it's a wise decision, but regardless, Evan Carter's first MLB hit is a double. That runner did get thrown out. I don't know why they sent Jonah Heim when the ball was already in the infield. But we do score 1 run, an RBI for Evan Carter, and now we're out in the field with him. It's unfortunate when you get to see the little animation that happens when he gets his first hit since he got thrown out at home. Carter's going to go ahead and camp under this one. The only thing I'll say about Carter is I think he's a little faster in real life than he is in this game. I think they gave him like 65 speed. I'm not going to adjust it or anything, but that's just something I noticed. I think he might be a little faster than that. But there's going to be another fly ball to Carter. I think Carter's 21 in our franchise, so that's really cool to have a young guy like that. Granted, Durant is only 24, and I think Tavares is only like 26, so it's a very young outfield besides Adolis Garcia. But Carter's back up, and it's going to be a fly ball into left field, and they will make the catch. A pretty successful debut from Evan Carter, as we are in the second week of September now. About to take on the Angels. And in Game 1, we have a walk-off situation here against the Angels in Texas. We have the second best team ERA in baseball. That's crazy. Young, a very successful season so far, 271 average. Something you love to see from the young third baseman. The Angels have Jose Soriano on the hill. He's already 46 pitches deep. Not sure why they're not going with someone else, but that's a huge drive into deep left field. Has a chance, and it dies at the wall. I thought Josh Young just sent us home with the first at-bat in the 9th. But it died before it could get over the wall. So to bring up Nathaniel Lowe, who's 2 for 3. Lowe, one of our most consistent hitters, and he hooks that foul. Lowe now in a 1-2 count. And he will swing over top of a changeup, strike 3. And the Rangers down to their last out to avoid extra innings. It'll be in the hands of Adolis Garcia, having one of his best seasons of his career, if not the best season of his career, hitting .305. He is 1 for 4 on the day. Soriano kicks and deals. Swings at a changeup well below the zone. As you see, Mitch Garver, former Ranger, went 0 for 19 at one point for the Cubs. The 0-1-2 Adolis. Hit on the ground, but very foul. Another changeup under the zone. So he's in a hole 0-2 now. Soriano comes set. And the pitch. Taking ball outside, 95 miles an hour. Adolis Garcia, we did give a contract to, so he'll be in right field for the next few seasons. Barring a trade, obviously. But with the production he has put out this year, as another ball, I don't think he's going anywhere. He's on the older side of our team for sure. Him and Simeon, I think, are the oldest. Obviously Goldschmidt, but he'll be gone. As now it's a full count with Goldschmidt, as we were just talking about, on deck. They mess with our lineups again, as Adolis is hitting 6th, I just noticed. The full count offering is hit in the air, shallow right center. And the center fielder, I think that's Trout, will make the catch. And we're on to extra innings. We will jump ahead a bit here as the Angels did score in their half of the 10th. And the tying run is at third with 2 outs, and rookie Evan Carter will face Soriano as he fouls off the first pitch. Carter hitting .333. I think he's only been up for 2 days at this point, so nothing too crazy. 60 pitches for Soriano. He's got to be tired at this point. I don't know why he's still pitching here. As he swings under a changeup, and the Rangers down to their final strike here. Garcia leads from third. And Soriano deals the 0-2. And it's taken outside. Ball gets away from the catcher for a second, but it's not near far enough to score Garcia from third. So we'll tee it up again. 1-2 count. And the pitch from Soriano is on the ground. A slow dribbler to first base. Going to be an easy play, and the Angels hang on to win as they take Game 1 from the Texas Rangers. We are here in September now, only 2 wins away from our main goal. Now 1 win away. We have crossed the 100-win mark, now at 101 as DeGrom has a shutout going. We're going to sim this one, though. We already used DeGrom a couple episodes ago. And now Luis Severino, coming off of injury, has a complete game shutout working. So we will use him while we try to complete the shutout.
John Shelby alongside.
It'll be Miguel Geraldo to start the 9th for the Blue Jays. Severino only at 80 pitches. That's something you love to see. And he'll deal the 0-0. In for strike 1. Still throwing 97 here in the 9th. This is the Severino we need to be the solidified number 2 to pitch in the playoffs after Jacob DeGrom. Obviously, we're going to win the West. Now we're just hoping for the 1 seed, which I think we have under control. Is that strike 3 to start the 9th? A nasty slider gets Geraldo. But I can assume we have the number 1 seed locked up, as that's a bunt from Whit Merrifield. Josh Smith playing third base for some reason. I guess rest the starters. I don't know. But the 0-1 from Severino is taking a beautiful 2-seam fastball for strike 2. Now Whit Merrifield down to his final strike. Will foul off a slider. Severino did miss a very large portion of the season. I don't remember what his injury was, but that's a weak pop-up to Sam Huff over at first base, and now we are 1 out away from a complete game shutout. Sam Huff playing first base for some reason. It'll be Kevin Kiermaier, who's had 2 pretty successful seasons in this franchise mode with the Blue Jays. It'll be on the ground, but it'll be foul. Kiermaier was a guy I looked at in the first offseason with his improved hitting numbers, and obviously one of the better fielders still in the league right now. The 0-2 from Severino. Another foul ball. We are just eclipsing 90 pitches here. And another foul ball straight back. Still throwing 97. That's so impressive. We'll tee up the 0-2 once again. And this time it's on the ground to Seager. Seager throws to first, and the Rangers complete the shutout of the Blue Jays. Now we are going to simulate the rest of the regular season series against Detroit here. And the AAA team makes the playoffs, but the AA team does not. Or they did? I don't know. They only have 29 wins as we lose the last game in Detroit. And we win the series in Oakland as well. We're 2 wins away from 110 wins this season. And Jonah Heim gets injured. That's not good. And we don't get to 110, but we do finish with 109 wins. An incredibly successful season. Marcus Semion's average dipped a little bit, but he finished with 27 home runs, which is the most he's had as a Ranger. Seager 295 and 35 home runs with 111 RBIs is insane. Another 100 RBI guy, Paul Goldschmidt, who hit 287. 284 with almost 100 home runs is Nathaniel Lowe. He hit 26 bombs. Adolis Garcia hit 300 this season. Not something I was expecting, which is so awesome. With Young hitting 264, 22 home runs. Sam Huff didn't start this season. Evan Carter didn't perform as well as I hoped, Leote did. 298 with 17 bombs. The power numbers really increased. And Jonah Heim almost hit 300 this season. Jonah Heim, probably the best offensive catcher in baseball right now in this franchise mode. As you see, Jacob deGrom with a very low 3 ERA. Eovaldi, we're about to see something with Eovaldi, and I don't get it, but he had an okay season. Severino got his ERA down. I don't know if you remember, his ERA was in like the 8s at some point, but he got it obviously way down. John Gray, solid season, and Kershaw, a great season for how much he has regressed. Jack Leiter put together a really impressive season, 2.5 ERA in the major leagues. He pitched over 100 innings. I was very happy with how he pitched. Now we're going to take a look around the league with league leaders, as obviously we led in a few categories. Yordan Alvarez hit 327 with Adolis Garcia down there at 7. I never would have imagined he'd be in the top 10 for batting average, but he's awesome. He's 31. I thought he was older than that. Bo Bichette led the AL in hits. Doubles goes to Randy Arozarena, but Yoshida and Witt Jr. but not far behind. Randy Arozarena would be a guy I would love to bring in, but he plays the same positions. I don't know where to put everybody else. Bobby Witt Jr. of the Chicago White Sox, of course. Aaron Judge hit 51 home runs. And here's Max Muncy, who was a guy we looked at in free agency last season, who had an amazing season. 41 bombs, hit 255. RBIs, Aaron Judge, of course, 145. Runs went to Marcus Semien, which was nice. It's nice to see a Ranger at the top there. And I kept seeing Estrada. I never heard of Estrada, but I had to see who that was. As Kyle Tucker led the league in stolen bases. That completely threw me. He has 49 speed, I think I just saw. But we'll go ahead and look at WAR, which I didn't know they calculated on here, which is pretty cool. But now the National League side of things, Corbin Carroll wins the batting title over there. Freddie Freeman had the most hits. Lane Thomas of the Nationals, a random name, led the league in doubles. Turner with triples. Oh, and Nico Horner, they're tied. And Ozzie Albies, 38 home runs, led the National League. Really surprised me with his teammate Michael Harris, only 3 behind. And then 2 Padres behind him. Got to look at the pitching side of things, of course. Eovaldi and John Gray 1 and 2 in pitching wins, which is awesome. Craig Kimbrell led the American League in saves, but couldn't quite top Evan Phillips of the Dodgers. 2 behind him. Kirby and Strider lead in ERA. And that's about it. Strikeouts, I want to look at. Shohei Ohtani is insane with Spencer Strider in the National League. And now it's time to look at some awards. Craig Kimbrell wins Delivery Man of the Year, and there it is, Cy Young Award winner Nathan Eovaldi. I have no idea how he won. Both of those pitchers on the screen had way better seasons than he did. I guess the wins stat maybe counts in MLB The Show. But, yeah, he had a better year last year and didn't win it. By far a better year last year. But I guess we won't complain, and we get Delivery Man of the Year with Craig Kimbrell. But that's going to do it for me here in this episode. Next episode will be the Division Series, and I hope you catch me there. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.